All right, welcome to our team call, everyone. It is June 29th. Great to see so many of your faces. I know we've got more people popping on. I get to say hello to a few of you. There's Cindy. There's 3 Cindys now, so Cindy D. Welcome. Hey, Taylor. 4 Cindys. 4! Cindy Loud, too. This is so funny. That's great. Well, great to see you guys all on the call tonight. Couple quick announcements, and then we'll go right into our 2 special guests that we have for you tonight. How many of you guys were on the international call? Did a lot of you make it to that call? So exciting. I'm sure they recorded it, you guys, but so exciting about opening up in all these new countries. And what I really want to get across to all of you, many of you might be thinking, I'm new, I'm trying to build my business right here in the United States. I don't know how to go about building a business internationally. I'm sorry, I'm getting a message from someone trying to get on the call. Okay. And so I want you to make sure that you really think about this. If you do not have an international sponsorship, if there are people beneath you in your organization that are from a different country, you will not earn money on their BV. So you want to make sure you go into your back office and under the order tab, international sponsorship, and you just want to click on that. It's $49. Sorry, people keep coming off mute. Let me just make sure I've got everybody muted here. All right, sorry about that. So make sure you've got your international sponsorship, you guys. You can write it off. That way you're covered. If you or someone above you start to build internationally, I want to make sure you're getting paid on all of that BV. You also want to make sure you go to isagenixbusiness.com and download the humongous, there's 2. You should have gotten an email last night, the Leader in the Loop email. If you didn't get that, just go to isagenixbusiness.com and you can actually see all of the information of all of the new countries we're going in, what products are available. It is so detailed. It even talks about etiquette in talking to people from different cultures, because we all do things a little bit differently. So it even has some words to say and different things about the different countries. So it's really very, very well done, super professional. So you can download that as well. And then they're going to be having calls moving forward. So they're assuming we're all going to read the information on isagenixbusiness.com. And then on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern, they're going to have European calls. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is the time of this call, they're going to have Japan calls. And I'm sure they'll all be recorded and you'll be able to have access to all of that. But super exciting. And Michael Klaus talked about one of the most, the smartest thing to do to grow your business internationally is just simply by asking people. I have a neighbor, I know he does business in Germany. I just sent him a message. Hey, we are expanding in Germany. Would you have anyone there that is like-minded like me, similar like me, that's entrepreneurial, that might be interested in building a business? That was it. That's all I asked. You don't even have to ask that. Like I was kind of looking more entrepreneurial. If you could just say, hey, we're growing in Finland. I have an exchange student there. Do you have anyone there that might be interested in our nutrition? However you want to do it, but just start asking questions, because you never know who that might know someone in that country that might be a network marketer. Germany is a huge, huge market, but several of the countries are. So it's very, very exciting, you guys. All right. So speaking of excitement, there is nothing more exciting than getting new people that are fired up and eager to do Isagenix. And we've got 2 people that I've been watching, and they're actually local here on our team that have been killing it. And I don't think either one of them had network marketing experience coming into Isagenix. And I don't think either one of them really signed up to do the business. Both of them just came to really take care of their own health. So first, what I'd like to do is, Jackie, I'd love to bring you on and have you introduce Emma for us. Jackie Proctor is one of our top leaders locally here. She is a master enroller. Gosh, Jackie, I think it was 11 enrollments last week. Fill me in, help me out. 11 that you had personally.
Yeah. So on last week's reports, it was 11. And then last week was 5 or 6. I can't,
I
I
can't
don't
keep
know.
track
It's just,
either.
yeah, it's been great.
I mean,
Yes.
you're a master enroller, and it's so cool that you have found someone that is doing a really, really unbelievable job in Emma. So I'd love for you to introduce her, and then I'm going to ask her a couple of questions, and then we'll bring Val on to introduce Miranda next.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Cindy. So, yes. So Emma started with me back in November, basically for weight loss. So Emma is a busy mom of twins that are absolutely adorable. And, she has been spending so much of her time at home with her kiddos, and just thought, I'm going to give this 30 days and see what happens. So how many of us have enrolled somebody who says, I'm going to give it 30 days and see what happens? Well, Emma will share with you the little the story we went through. I was actually in tears over this because we are always told not to take things personally, but Emma and I feel like we had this connection from the beginning that I really, really wanted this for her. And I knew what it could bring about for her. And she has just completely ran with the business. So she got wonderful results, and she has shared with so many people. This month alone, she's had 12 enrollments, and she'll try to downplay it, but don't let her, because she has just been phenomenal. So she's a wonderful mother. She is a breath away from earning manager. I mean, so close. But she is so involved. She asks questions. She does the do. She walks the walk. And so that's what I really like about Emma. She is completely authentic. You will never find her pretending to be something that she's not, because she just is who she is, and I love her to death. And if you knew Emma, oh man, you would feel the same way. So I knew from the beginning what she had to offer, and I am so grateful for her. So Emma, if you wouldn't mind just sharing with us, thank you so much. And thank you, Cindy, for inviting her to chat with us.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear her story, and thanks for being such a great leader for her, Jackie. Awesome, Emma, where are you?
I'm here.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
So let's start. We know you wanted product results in the beginning. So when did the shift happen for you? Like, to share with everybody a little bit about your story. Was it, week one when you started having great results? When did the shift happen where you're like, oh my gosh, I think I need to share this with people? Or did it happen that people just started noticing?
So actually, when I first started, it definitely was because I needed to make a change. And in that first month, I started having great results myself with weight loss. I'd gained quite a bit of weight after, with stress and having the kids and everything. But so I knew the value in these products and I believed in them. But then that going into month two, I actually got a hold of customer service and Jackie and said, it was after my auto ship went and everything. And I'm like, I need to stop this. And she's like, what are you doing? Why are you stopping? And I was just thinking about it. And, we are a one person household income. My husband takes care of pretty much everything. We had just gotten married. We just built a brand new house. I had gotten a car that past summer. So it was just one of those things where I'm like, this is just adding on top of it. And I knew that I could do the business side. I knew it was an opportunity, but, looking at it, I never thought that I would be able to do it. And so I went to order my second month of products. It went through my auto ship, and he's like, wait a minute, you're spending more money. And so that's when I was like, oh no. So I actually got a hold of customer service, was having them intercept it with UPS. And then my husband ended up looking at me and saying, you know what, go ahead and do it. This is your chance. This is your month to get it done. And so then after that, I got a hold of Jackie and I'm like, all right, it's go time. We really need to start going from there. And so then that's when I like finally, made the switch that I had to make the business side of it work.
So you basically did it because you wanted to get your products for free. That was what it was in the beginning.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
And then, so was it just simply posting before and after pictures? Did you message people asking them to take a look? Like, what happened that you started enrolling? Because honestly, I feel like I message you a few times every single week. It's not just once in a while. It's kind of like Jackie, like I'm always messaging Jackie. So how did that happen?
So my transformation picture, I think, definitely helped in like the very beginning. I feel like in the beginning, I did kind of just post and I was hoping people would reach out to me, and like I'd get a hold of Jackie and say, hey, can you do a 3-way message with me? Because I have no idea what to say. And so then from there, we kind of went, I would watch what she was saying and everything. And then so I kind of slowly started to reach out to people. But I think honestly, like the biggest thing that I do is I make sure in my posts, I know a lot of other people that I'm part of that are in network marketing companies, and it seems like it's copy paste. And so I try and make sure all of my posts that I make are authentic, they're from the heart, and they're meaningful. And, I know what I'm going through personally. So I always try and share what's on my heart, what's going on in my life. And I show it how this has fit into my life. And I also make sure that like I'm continually making meaningful connections every day. With my friends on Facebook, with my just friends everywhere, even checking in, saying happy anniversary, happy birthday, and making those connections. And I think that that's kind of snowballed into people being like, hey, I've been meaning to get a hold of, what are you doing? And then it kind of goes from there too.
That's great. And I think both you and Miranda are very, very authentic with your postings. So I definitely I'm glad you touched base on that. Okay. So what I'd love to know is, how are you fitting this in? Having twins, having them at home, your daughter has some special needs, so you have to do a lot of therapy and appointments with her. How do you manage all of that? Plus, doesn't your husband travel and work a lot of hours? How are you juggling all of this?
Yes, he does, and we're definitely we were on the go before all this COVID stuff a lot. But I get up in the morning, I get up when my husband leaves for work, and I usually get a workout in, and then that's when I start making connections until my kids get up. Then they get up, we do breakfast, we play. We usually go on a walk outside, things like that, and then during lunchtime, I kind of talk with some people, and then nap time is the other time that I really reach out to people. And then, usually once they go to bed at night. I do talk to people during the day too. I don't only talk, and reach out to people in morning at night. But those are my main time, like my times and like my pocket of time to kind of dedicate to this. So that I'm also not taking away from the kids, because I right now, I think as I build, I'll be able to do it more, but for right now, it definitely is something I'm getting in the pockets of my time, my free time that I do have open.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so inspiring, because so many people, I think one of their biggest concerns is, will they have time to put into doing this as a business? And when you see a busy mom with little ones, and then this all happens, so now you're doing all of this, everything at home, and you're taking care of so many things and have so many plates up in the air, and you're still getting it done and being very, very successful with it. One more question for you before we move to Miranda, and I might come back to you here at the end, is, do you feel that part of your success is that you've been coachable? Because I really see that being something that can really set people apart. If they're coachable, if they're engaged, like you're showing up in calls, you're participating in group groups. You're very, very engaged, and you talk with Jackie a lot. So do you think being coachable has led to your success too?
Oh, yes, I definitely do. I think Jackie and I actually talk like multiple times a day. Whether it's just about, my personal stuff that I'm going through, whether it's, I have somebody that I'm working with, either trying to enroll or I'm trying to get somebody to that consultant, rank. It's just, I am constantly talking to her and Val, and I definitely think that has a lot of it, because I'm able to, kind of watch what they're doing and then try and duplicate it.
Mm-hmm. And that's honestly so much of it is duplicating what people that have what you want are doing, duplicating that. And Jackie is duplicating with your efforts. And it's just beautiful to watch. And it's such a team effort. So we're so excited for you. And I'm so grateful for you sharing. I'm going to come back at the end to ask you one piece of advice that you have for everyone. So listen to what Miranda says, and then we're going to come back to you at the end.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. All right, so I'm going to have Val come on. Most of you guys know my story with Val. Those of you that are brand new on the call tonight, she is not only my next door neighbor, but one of my dearest friends in the whole world. And she was my U+2, were her and Susan Wheeler. So Val's story is a little interesting. She enrolled one of her coworkers from her day job. So Val, why don't you introduce Miranda and share a little bit about that story?
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Cindy. So Miranda and I worked together several years ago, and then we kind of lost touch. And this year, I ran into her again, and my company was hiring in March, and she met the qualifications. And so I reached out to Miranda and asked her if she would be interested, and she came on board. So not only do I get to work with her during the day, now I'm a business partner with her in Isogenics, and it's just been so amazing. So she came to work with me in March, and she was telling me we rode together during that time for several days as she was training. And she was telling me about all the health issues she had with her gut and different things. And I kept telling her, you have got to try this nutrition. You have got to try it. And so she put me off for a little bit, but it wasn't long she did. And she just felt so much better right away. And so she came on for the sole purpose of wanting to feel better for herself. And kind of like my story, I came on just for the products and wanting to lose weight. And then by osmosis, your business grows. But I think one of the reasons that she is so successful is words that you've already talked about with Emma. She is so authentic, and she truly just wants people to feel as good as she does. And so she's authentic. She just has a heart of service. And of course, what you touched on in the very end, she is so coachable. She will come to me and ask me questions, and like I will tell her to do something, and she just turns around and she does it. So she is so sweet, and I love that about her, but she's not afraid. She's bold and she's assertive, but it's not obnoxious. She just loves people, and you can just tell. So I am thrilled to not only be working with her during the day, because she brings such an awesome component to that job, but also then just partnering with her in this. So thank you so much. So Miranda Gibbs. And I should tell you, like she enrolled 8 people this weekend. She has 3 more carts. 2 of those are going in tonight, and she's enrolled 13 so far in June. So she is like rolling. And I think it's because of those 3 things. She's authentic in her posts. She has a heart of service for others, and she just is coachable. She just listens and then does it.
So awesome. Well, welcome, Miranda. You just need to unmute your line. Are you there? You see her, Val? Well, maybe she's not here.
Let me check my phone and see if she's looking for something or
Yeah.
trying to get.
So Val and I did a business Zoom with her last night. So while Val's trying to figure out if she's on the call or if she's having trouble getting on, we do this business call, and we're congratulating her on her success, kind of going through what's next for her. She's very close to manager as well and wants to get to executive. So I'm asking her big picture goals, what's next? And she's like, well, in 5 years, I'd really like to be doing this full time. And it was kind of that awkward thing because they work together. So she was like, that Val, that is if you're doing Isagenix full time. I won't leave until you leave. And it was so funny. So it was just great. Did you hear anything from her? She's probably enrolling someone as we speak. All right, so while we're waiting for her, what I would love to do is, do any of you guys have any questions? We still have Emma on here. Emma is precious. I'm sure she'd take your questions. Let us know how we can best serve you guys, because what they're doing, and Emma, correct me if I'm wrong, you didn't have any network marketing experience prior to Isagenix, did you?
No, I was a purchasing agent. I also did coach varsity soccer for 5 years. And then I did inside sales at a steel company and some staffing as well. And then I've actually been home with our kids for a little over 2 years before I started.
Yeah. And I think so many people think you need to have all these years of experience, and really you've got to have the few things that we've talked about that are kind of the common denominators with both Miranda and Emma. Being coachable, really, figuring out how to go about this with help, and not thinking you need to recreate the wheel. The people that have the most success are the ones that just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And that's my personality. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I don't want to recreate the wheel. I don't have time for that. Just tell me what to do. I'll do it. What's next? What's next? And so, when you're getting your new people started, that's what you want to do. If they have any interest at all in getting their products paid for, you just start off and explain to them how they can eat for free. And guys, you all have a beautiful opportunity to take advantage of with the 11-day reset starting after the 4th of July. You can invite all of your people to the reset. It'll happen right within our big product page, HHP, but we have a private group as well. If anyone needs information on it, it's all, you can find it in the Synergy business page, or let me know if you have questions. And then we're also really ramping that group up to get people to bring their friends to do it with them so they can eat for free. We're talking a lot about that in that group. And I just want to give a huge, huge shout out to Polly and Lori and Kelly for all their work in that group. It's really been amazing and a game changer for many, many businesses. Val, did you hear anything from her?
Yeah, I think she's on. She said it wasn't letting her on. It just kept connecting, but I think she's on now.
Okay, Miranda, can you unmute? Having trouble? Oh, you gotta, there she is in her car. I see her connecting to audio. Hey, oh, muted. Hey, Miranda, can you hear me? All right. Let me just see if anyone had any questions. There's one from Pam, Emma. Do you reach out to people directly in addition to people commenting on your posts? And if you can tell people what you say. So I think a lot of people, they put a transformation post out, and their hope is that what you were saying, people will just start commenting or private messaging, what are you doing? And, that does tend to happen a little bit more in the beginning of someone's journey. If you've had a big transformation, that catches people's eyes. So on top of that, what are you doing? Are you reaching out to people and just, asking them to take a look? Are you private messaging people? Are you texting people, calling people? What else are you doing besides posting?
So I will say I'm probably reaching out to people less than I should. It's something Jackie pushes me to do that I kind of resist a little bit on. But I do, we have run a couple, I've run them with Val and Jackie, and then I've been in a couple where we do just the 5-day resets, or we've done a couple of 11-day shreds prior to the big ones that we've been running in HHP. And I've gotten quite a few people. I'll reach out and say, hey, we're going to do this. It's going to start in a couple of weeks. Is this something you would be interested in doing with us? And then they usually kind of ask, well, what is that? And that's how a lot of my conversations have started. But I definitely think, like I said before, a lot of it is just always continuing conversations, even on non-isogenic stuff. And then it comes up in conversation, and it's more authentic, to me, instead of being like, hey, you want to do this with me? Just because I've had quite a people reach out to me and do that. And I do make sure if I do that with some people, I make sure that my wording is definitely directed to them specifically. Because I've had quite a few people that have been on the same like network marketing team, and I don't think they've realized that multiple people have all reached out to me prior to this. And I'm not kidding you, it has been the same exact message with that it's like from every person. So that's something I definitely try and make sure when I do reach out to them, it's with a specific goal in mind. Or I tend to, if there's somebody specific I want to reach out to, I'll go through their Facebook page and see what they've been posting about, and see like what's going on with their kids. Or they might say that they don't have energy, or they're, something else like that. They're on their 17th cup of coffee for the day. And then I kind of use that to, reach out to them on, hey, I've noticed you've been having these issues. Is there something that, I can help you with this if you wouldn't mind taking a look, and kind of going from there.
Awesome. I want to give Miranda a chance to see if we can hear her. If not, I've got one more question for you. Miranda, I'm crossing my fingers.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
There you are. The suspense was killing everybody. Well, first of all, congratulations on all of your success. Are you driving?
I am.
Don't look at us, sweetheart. Don't look at us. Okay, so what everybody's dying to know, Val, I don't know if you got to hear her introduce you, but she shared with everyone your story, how well you've been doing, and your success that you've had. I mean, this weekend was hysterical. It was nonstop. So even after we did our three-way business Zoom on Friday night, you kept enrolling people all weekend long. We were just cracking up. So can you share with everyone, I know you had told me you had no experience coming into this. You really weren't planning on sharing. So how is it that then now you're having such success with this, and you went from not even wanting to share to wanting to maybe do this full time?
Yeah, I don't really have an answer for that yet, but I think it's just being real, showing real results, being excited. Everyone notices what you post, and how excited that makes you feel, and then it's really working for you. And then now that I'm sharing like girls under me having that same success, everyone's just, it's no one that's even like around me either. It's Facebook friends that I've been friends with for years. No family, no friends have signed on. It's just all a shock to me, to be honest.
Well, you're doing something right, and you're also having the transition now. This was going to be my question. If we couldn't get you on for Emma, you're getting people that want to share now already as well. And how are you transitioning that? Was it because you shared? I saw one post you shared a picture of the scale. So is it because you're helping plant those seeds with them? Are they wanting to get their products for free? How are you, getting so close to already becoming a manager?
I don't know. I think that they are seeing success, and they want to shout it from the mountaintop, as Valo says. They just want to share, and they know they're going to spend the money anyway, so they want to start sharing it with like their friends and family. So
yeah, it's pretty great when it duplicates like that. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What I'd love for you to share before we close is, what advice can you give people that, maybe have been in this even longer than you, that have not had the success that you're having? What kind of tips could you give them so that they might be able to see a week like you just had?
I guess I would say just be real. Be real with everyone. Show your results. I feel like that helps so much, because people can look at posts and, they read it, but I feel like when you actually are posting, like whether it's a selfie or the scale, for instance, I mean, they feed off of that, and they see that positive energy coming off of you and they want to be like that too.
And your husband's big reveal is going to be this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So,
not letting me tell you. So yeah, it's July 1st. He won't do it a day before.
so her husband, share with everybody what's going on with him.
So, yeah, he was like hesitant on signing on, but he's the one that drops weight anyways, really quick. But, he actually just wanted the vitamins, and then he's like, "Well, you know what? I'm in the mood. I want to lose some weight too." So, yeah, he's almost down 30 pounds in 1 month.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So to be compliant, make sure when you post his big reveal that you can do one or the other, not both together. So you can say he's down 30 pounds or these are his 1 month results. But to be compliant, we're not supposed to put the time frame and the amount of weight loss. But that is crazy awesome. And when
Yeah.
people see
Yeah.
that and he posts that and that comes out, that's going to be a whole nother wave of success to your business. And I think what's really in common with both of these ladies tonight, you guys, is they did have real results. They used the products, they used them properly, they followed the system, they had results, people noticed, they shared their results, they asked people to join them on their journey, and they're having tremendous success because of it. And we're just thrilled for both of you. So thank you so much, Miranda. Anything else you want to add before I
Thank you.
let Emma share her tips?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us. Emma, can you pop back on one more time?
I guess my biggest thing that I would say is, like Miranda said, your energy and the positive mindset and everything that you put out. I think that definitely has a big thing to deal with it. And I definitely think showing how the products work in your life, and like I'm obviously very busy. And I recently, two of my people that I posted about to even today, one is a mom who has two under one. They're 11 months apart. And then my other one is a successful business owner, who is like just insanely crazy all the time with caseloads and everything like that. And so it was texting me so excited about how she's so busy and this has been so easy for her. And I think that is one of the biggest things for me is I think that people get scared that, you're living on shakes. It's all you're doing. That's the only food you're eating. So I think that's one thing I do too. I post about the real like fork and knife food that I eat so that people don't think I only eat shakes, or, if I'm having pizza or something like that for dinner, so they don't think that I'm like this crazy health freak. But so I think that helps, just showing your true life and your true self, and not, I don't only post about health stuff. I have, other people that I've noticed where like that's not here. Other people that are like, that's all they post about. And then they focus on that one thing. And so I think that kind of seems to burn people out to where you're scrolling on your timeline and you're like, oh, it's just them again. It's the same thing over and over. And so I definitely think making sure when you're doing that, you are sharing different things about your life. And I think that definitely seems to help too.
Yeah, and I know both of you guys do that as well with your kids, with your families, and different activities and things that you're doing. So you both have so much in common with your authenticity and how you portray yourself and the things you're saying on social media and how coachable you are and how you're following up, because there's a lot of follow up. Val was saying that Miranda definitely is assertive with that and follows up with people. And I think, sometimes we're afraid to do that. It's a great customer service act to follow up with people. If they've liked and commented on your posts, reach out to them, say, thank you for the support. If that's all you're comfortable with saying right now, say thank you so much for supporting and liking on my posts and your comments. It means the world to me. Get the conversation started. It's not hard. And I think what these two ladies have done so beautifully is shared with you guys tonight that we overcomplicate this. Sometimes we talk ourselves out of reaching out to people when in our heart's telling us to reach out to someone, and then the fears come up. What if they say no? What if they reject me? I don't want my feelings to be hurt, when really all we're doing is what Susan Wheeler always says, offering a stick of gum. And if they don't want the stick of gum, it's okay. I'll offer it to someone else and see if they want the stick of gum. We don't need to take it personally. And you guys have just been great. And we can't wait to celebrate your next rank advancements to manager and see what's next for you. You're really inspiring us all. And I know how busy you both are. So thank you for taking time out and being with us tonight. I really, really appreciate you both.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. So time is ticking. We've got 2 weeks left on this executive reset. So I am hoping that we see a lot more rank advancements and people getting back to paid as executive, because we've gone over it week after week after week. There is so much power in that position, and just the life-changing income that can happen just for staying paid as executive with that extra $758 a month. Kudos to Jackie Proctor for getting back to paid as executive. I was so excited to see that this morning. So that means she's going to have that to look forward to this month on top of referrals. So now when someone, I just got a customer referral today for $260 order, I get the BV for that. I didn't do anything. The person doesn't want to be contacted, so I won't be contacting them, but I get the BV. So that was almost a cycle. So it's so exciting. And then you also get customer enrollments, referral enrollments. So I've had several where, you know, they just fall from the sky and end up in your back office, and that's because you're paid as executive. So it's not easy, but it is doable. It is so doable. I've seen people do it in a week, you guys. So you have 2 weeks left to make this happen. Reach out to the person who you're working with, your upline leader who you work closest with. Let them know you really want this. It is not too late. Even if this has not been on your radar, it is not too late to commit to this tonight and make it happen in 2 weeks. So I want you guys to know that you can still do this. You can still make it happen. We've got all the tools in place, all the support, all the coaching, all the 3 ways that you could, you know, imagine, and we're going to help you make it happen for you. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys were inspired by our 2 beautiful moms tonight. And I love you guys. Have a fabulous week, and we will see you next week.